Welcome back. The road to a state title for girls basketball ends in Green Bay this weekend. And this year it's about much more than that gold ball. WIAA is celebrating 50 years of the girls tournament this weekend at the Resch Center. Organizers say this milestone is a big moment for all girls sports. It comes at a time when women's basketball is surging in popularity because of the WNBA. College games are easier than ever to watch on TV and online. So this weekend, it's not just about cheering on your favorite team, but cheering what 50 years means for generations of Wisconsin girls.
To see the women come out from the 1976 teams, to see them still shooting baskets and things like that, you realize just how lucky that we have the privilege to play.
Organizers also telling us today that 50 years ago an ice storm didn't even keep crowds away. So with that winter weather coming in tomorrow as the tournament begins, they are still counting on that same passion from fans around the state.